Beautiful listener. Welcome to GESC Indonesia. This is Newbee versus Vici Gaming in the CN Qualifiers. My name is Commentators, he's Potterman from me, and we are well into this draft already. How is it going, Potterman? Please talk us through this draft as it comes out.
I'm gonna start straight with the draft as I see an exciting pick coming out, but first to the bans as usual. Newbie starting out with the Tiny, Nagasara and the Omni Knight ban. Well, super standard, nothing pretty much the matter for the first banning phase from Newbie coming out. Also the Vici Gaming, we saw the Tusk, the Sandkin and Clockwork, and pretty much the same common there. So super meta bans, nothing special. No Lycan ban out yet, but as we mentioned before, Chinese loves to do that either in the second phase or not at all. And we saw Newbie opening up with, well, actually we saw Vici Gaming opening up with the Bane pick. Newbie accounted with the Elder Titan Disruptor. So nice little combo there once more. And I mean, Disruptor is just Wolf picks. Nobody wants to ban him, but so everybody just picks him up, and the other side picks the other roaming support. But Vici decided to go for the Kunkka, so with a Bane Kunkka combo really early on, and I'm super excited to see that.
Yeah, it could be some nice setups for those torrents coming around, this two roaming combo, but Vici now have to look at their lanes and make sure they don't pick anybody who's overly dependent on the Bane Kunkka combo staying in their lane. You don't really want to tie down the support Bane to a singular lane. It is much more favourable for them to have their Bane roaming around with the Kunkka and basically trying to win all the lanes early on. That can be difficult though, so they're going to have to be really careful at how they draft this. And also, Newbie haven't drafted a core yet, so there's no like safe lane Vici can pick, because if they end up picking a lane which is countered, then it's likely that the Bane will have to stick around and use his Enfeeble and all that sort of stuff, which isn't really what you want when you're picking this kind of combo. So, yeah, interesting draft strategy from Vici Gaming, and we'll see how they start things off. But yeah, Newbie with a super strong start to the game, Elder Titan and Disruptor, both really nice areas. I believe this is what they went for last time as well. So hopefully trying to be a bit more successful. What was it? Vici Gaming had these areas last time.
That was Vici.
It was Vici,
no,
yeah.
this was Newbie with the Disruptor and Vici with the Elder Titan. So.
Oh yeah, they were on opposite sides. Yeah, gotcha. But they were in the match.
That happens when you see them in every game. But
yeah, they are very popular.
Looking at the bounce, we see the Shadow Fiend coming out from Newbie as well as Lycantrip. On sort of Vici, we saw the Gyrocopter into PL. So. Again, Meta here is getting banned out, and I can understand the PL pick. He's really good at dodging those combos. Same goes with the Gyrocopter, indicates they want to go for something like a Tidehunter maybe on the side. To have that big teamfight ultimate that Newbie can't really do anything about yet. So might be looking at some juicy Kunkka boat combos with the Ravage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Newbie. I mean, actually, just want to point out as well, they've banned out that Shadow Fiend. So obviously not wanting to play against Ori's Shadow Fiend again. Also with the setup from Bane, I'm not really surprised, because that's basically like a free Yule Scepter on your team. So quite a sensible ban there, but also quite nice for Ori to see that they respect banning that hero for him. So there you go. And yeah, I mean, Newbie with not playing with a full roster this game might have a bit of effect on them. They were favourites to win this series, I'm pretty sure. So losing out to Vici in game number 1 is a bit of a surprise. A bit of an interesting game, a few backwards and forwards plays, but yeah, in the end we did see Vici coming out on top. And interestingly, yeah, late game versus a Terrorblade of all people as well, so not the expected result.
A bit of a surprise, but I think they really played well around it, and they just got an insanely good pick off on the Terrorblade, which sealed the deal for them. Just winning this game off the back of 1 kill on Terror, because Viper alone is not going to survive or run away or do anything. Pretty much, he just goes down. But just felt like after the TB left, nobody was there to get any opposition up against the team fight from Newbie, from Vici.
Okay, well this is an interesting pick, because I felt like Razor could have been a really strong option for Vici this game. They have the Bane already. And he combos up nicely with that hero. However, they have decided to go for it on Newbie. I mean, obviously it works well for both of them. Disruptor works really, really well with the Razor pickup. The kinetic field means that Razor can often sap a lot of damage, and also the glimpse and all that stuff, yada yada yada. Just really nice combos between the two heroes. Elder Titan, Razor, not so much. I mean, Razor really enjoys waking people up from Elder Titan's stomps, so obviously his passive can't really help it, you know? He just does. He tries his best, but unfortunately, occasionally that storm is ultimate or a passive will wake someone up from the outside and top. But all in all, a pretty nice combo.
He just likes to zap people.
Yeah, he's just a dude who wants lightning, you know, you can't hold him back. He just wants the lightning.
I'm pretty sure he just likes to torture people according to his lore, but
well, yeah,
Razor has a dark lore, really dark lore.
Yeah, he's a pretty grim dude. And what, like, he guy whips people through the narrow maze. I mean, the narrow maze is like purgatory, basically, in the Dota world, I think. So
yeah, something along those lines.
Someone gets Slacks on the phone. He's been doing those lore series recently. Anyway, Vici Gaming eating into their reserve time for this third pick for them. What are they going to go for? And it is going to be the Batrider for them. So taking that out of the hands of Kaka and putting it into their own hands. And Newbee respond with an Assassin. Straight up.
They completely predicted this from Vici coming out with the Batrider, and they prepared for it well in advance. And we've seen Nyx Assassin already completely destroying a Batrider, as well as any potential Radiance and whatnot coming out. So this is a well-rounded pick already. Razor is pretty good at sustaining damage. Disruptor can zone people out, so if they manage to get a Lesu off on something like Nyx Assassin or the Razor, he can always disengage. You're now looking at the Disruptor field as well as an Elder Titan Storm, and then you just have the perfect setup for the Nyx Assassin who can sky those for those targets. And just having a Nyx Assassin around running through the enemy jungle, trying to find those glimpse targets on an enemy carry when you set up a gank is pretty strong.
Ooh, now that is a pickup. That is a brave pickup from Vici Gaming. Difficult. I mean, if this Templar Assassin gets caught in that Disruptor ulti, things can be pretty bad. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to hold her down with, and could get a really good start to this game. Yeah, that's an exciting one. Does Refraction get purged by Razor's passive?
No.
No. Okay, that's good then. Yeah.
You lose one of the instances, but that's pretty good.
Okay. Not all is bad then.
I see where they're going with the Templar Assassin pick for Vici, but you also keep the lane completely open. Now you're betting all the horses on that the Razor will sit in the mid lane, because there's still a lot of counters potentially coming out. Their PL and Gyrocopter ban makes a little bit more sense to me now, that they want to go for that static mid game where TA doesn't have to worry about and just can wherever she wants to farm or gank, because Nyx Assassin not particularly the best hero against her. He only deals damage in 3 to 4 instances. But they have Razor Disruptor, so this is eventually TA getting static linked up and then just locked down. So a little bit worried that the Razor will get too huge off of this, but you have the Batrider on VT to back it up.
Alrighty, well, last pick out from Vici Gaming right now. What is it gonna be? They've banned out the OD, and now they're probably hard to say what they're gonna be looking for, to be honest. I imagine they're carrying, and it's could a Juggernaut do well for them this game? They do not think so, as they pick up the King himself.
Mr. Skeleton King coming out.
Well, Newbee may well get a raise for pressing ceremonial reasons this game, as the Big Daddy comes out to play. And they don't have any mana burn right now. And what do they? What I mean, they want to
have the Nyx Assassin against the Wraith King, so there's that on the board.
True. Yeah, there is some mana burn.
We gotta see some cheeky stuff like an Invoker mid. That would be. I would chief it.
Maybe just
no way.
No, it's very risky versus
no anti-mage
and a Bane.
Could imagine the Luna that could work.
I mean, you really want someone who's going to build a diffusal though, right? Because
not necessarily anymore against Wraith King. Yes, it's a nice added bonus, but yeah, well,
there you go.
I wanted to say it, but I said up a sentence. God damn it. We've seen it. We've seen Weaver picked up multiple times against
that
the Wraith
natural
King
inbuilt mana break is really helpful, and generally he just counters the hero really well. Being able to stay away from him whilst also do a lot of damage, and yeah, it's nice. It's a nice pickup.
He gets forced into the Lincoln Sphere, however, because there's the Batrider already on the board, as well as the stun from Wraith King and the Fiend's Grip and the X Mark. So
yeah, it's the same problem as Anti-Mage, but thankfully Weaver is a little bit more escapable than the AM, so hopefully that'll work in their favor this game. Well, bets for this game? What you saying? Who's got it?
I'm gonna trust Newbee with the Weaver Nyx Assassin, partly because the Nyx Assassin looks so badass.
I mean, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on with all of them, to be honest. It's quite the show, the laser show on Newbee's side, but yeah, I think that Newbee have some great options this game with their Weaver and their Razor. I think lane dominance is going to be a big factor in their draft. However, Vici, they do have a pretty mean roaming setup, and if they can find their footing this game, then they could possibly just climb out well ahead of Newbee and finish this one up quite early. So we're going to see how this one turns out. My money is probably going to be on Newbee in the end. I think they can't afford to drop their game. They're fighting for this life. They're eliminated from GESC if they don't win this game. This is a lower bracket. This is elimination time. So, I mean, not expected at all for Newbee to drop a game, and this could be a major upset if they get taken out this early.
Oh, you still have to count in the Owl Rider here.
True.
I really like the pickup. If they manage to lock down the Weaver in the fight, he's going to dish out damage. You only have your Razor or pretty much all of your utility supports with both the Nyx Assassin, Disruptor, and the Elder Titan. All of them are not particularly great in the mid-game fights. Elder Titan sure is good early on and maybe to finish off a kill, but he's not reliable as a source of damage output. Not against something like a Wraith King already on the board. And he is pretty bad against a TA as well. So, God, both picks are really good, but Paparazzi, you're my favorite. You picked our Skeleton King. The only thing I want to see now is go for the Skeleton build. Who needs Reincarnation anyways?
Yeah, and you changed to Mortal... Well, not super new, but... Yeah, the change to Mortal Strike, of course, giving Wraith King some really mean pushing power, which is kind of what he needed. I'm surprised we don't see him more often, but there you go. As VG.
It is pretty bad, because you have to rely on last-hitting creeps, or critting creeps more likely, in order to effectively build up their stacks. So it's not a reliable push like pretty much any other pushing hero. Like Lycan always gets two wolves. Broodmother always has Spiderlings. He has to actually last-hit creeps with a crit in order to get one charge. So I don't feel like it's really worth going for it unless they change it. But nonetheless, we're going to see a Wraith King Conquer duo offlane.
Classic.
Exciting.
I
hate it when it happens in my pub games.
I know, just constant. Well, and they've got a nice setup for the torrent, at least with the Wraith Fire Blast. And middle lane, SCCC unsurprisingly going to take in Ori's damage there. No boots first on him actually, so kind of surprisingly was able to get that much damage away, but still sitting on a nice 29 bonus, and that's going to give him a really nice start to this lane. And yeah, he's got 5 stacks of that sticky napalm on him, but now the creeps coming in 11. He's only got sticky napalm, so
yeah, no magic stick yet for him.
Level 1.
He needs to pick that up as soon as possible, so he is fine in lane. He will be okay against any potential Firefly coming out because of Spike Carapace, and if he keeps mana burning 11, but on the other hand 11 he has a clarity and everything. He's gonna line up that bottle just to have reliable mana.
Ori is getting beaten in this middle lane. Jesus, he's getting slapped. We'll have to pull us out very, very early. In fact, nothing really committed yet. Bottom lane as well. We're seeing the Wraith King kind of getting a couple of last hits, getting a couple of denies. It's a weird lane. I can't really tell you. I've never seen it before, so I can't really tell you who comes off better in this lane. I'm imagining Lanham and Paparazzi are just waiting for a kill potential, and once they have a couple of levels, they will be trying to threaten this Disruptor. But at the same time, I mean, the same could be said for Mugi and XX. So
yeah, I would agree. This Disruptor will fall at some point, but
Fenrir with the aggressive rotations, just hanging out, you know. And in comes Lanham, so the sleep will actually be purged off pretty quickly. And X marks cooked up but not used. And actually the sleep coming through, Mugi might be able to find himself a kill onto Fenrir here. First blood, can it be? Fenrir is trying to escape, and with the Scoochie forwards, a couple more right clicks. Does he have to germinate? Yes, he will, but no, Fenrir just about survives. Very low health, and Paparazzi stunning up Elder Titan under the tower. But Paparazzi needs to be careful as Mugi is around, but Elder Titan might be the first to drop. There we go. Lanham gets the first kill onto Faith as the first kill of the game. That was
Fenrir just surviving because of the new tower armor, adding 3 armor to his stack. So
oh yeah.
That feels pretty good.
Disruptor, you sure you want to be here? As XX is torrented up and taken out. Piece of cake.
Tried to snipe Fenrir once more, but 2 kills now for a potential kill on Fenrir.
Is that a bait? I mean,
it was pretty well executed. They were waiting for it for somebody to try. I'm fairly sure they did not spot Disruptor running away from their rune, so they're just like, hey, maybe he might be around. So let's play a little bit careful and pay that in the end.
Well, Ori sitting at middle lane, got a couple of charges in a fraction, but generally having a pretty bad time versus this Raze. I mean, TA just doesn't really have movement speed or any tools to get away from a Razor, so she's constantly going to find herself with not much damage. Hopefully the refraction charges will help out with that a little bit and kind of negate that effect, but I mean, yeah, it's a rough lane. And that is reflecting in the CS right now. Meanwhile, at top, we have Kaka versus 11. Now, I'm not really sure. I mean, Nyx Assassin obviously has the Spike Carapace, where she's just leveled up to be able to escape any dire situations, but it can get pretty rough for him. And I think we will see a kill on him before the 10-minute mark. So, mark my words, 11 will kill Kaka before 10 minutes.
Alright, but you know, later on, but...
Yep. Me better now. And Paparazzi is, yeah, not gonna get stomped up.
Gold from my chest.
Yeah, they have a really solid lane king. I don't see the Wraith King going down in this lane, and now they're playing all Tri versus Tri lane.
Oh, Paparazzi, they've got him inside the kinetic field. Now he does get the stun up onto Mugi, which stops him taking the Scoochie damage, and stops him getting hit by the, Geminate attacks, but Paparazzi getting his way through the trees. What? Oh, no, not quite actually getting Mugi in that one. I think Paparazzi may well just die for this one, but can they get Mugi in return? Yes, they certainly can. Fenrir is going to be the next one looking low, though, as Faith is stomping down on him, and he's got a lot of damage, but no more as it just about runs out, and now the Glimpse back as well, but Fenrir may well just survive. Nope, Faith gets a kill, but then goes down himself. What a martyr, and XX will also be scooped up, and there's going to be 4 kills now down this bottom lane in that kind of 20-second gap.
4 kills indeed. 2 for 2. Actually 5 kills. Weaver will get killed down as well. So it's a 3 for 2 for Vici here.
Okay then, well.
Benefiting from all the 3 of them.
It is kicking off in this bottom lane, and yeah, just about Paparazzi managing to pull ahead from this one, I would say. So despite being behind in last, actually, yeah, despite being behind in last hits, he is starting to draw even on net worth now. So, ooh, X marks onto Mugi. You gonna try this? Stomp is used to scare them off, and actually it's quite a lot of commitment here. Is the Disruptor coming in as well. Now comes the Torrent out onto the Disruptor. Lanham trying to get under the Faith his tower, but yeah. Once again, these guys just kind of firing shots across, seeing if anybody missteps or gets caught in something. I mean, with the Elder Titan Stomp and the Torrent and, you know, all these spells, Groundcast spells just kind of flying around, if someone gets caught by it, then it can just result in a death. So all these players have to be...
Yeah, pretty mean chain stun combination, as well as with the added output from Paparazzi.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, both teams have a really good combination with Elder Titan and Disruptor. They've got a nice setup for one another, and then you got the Bane and the Kunkka. So yeah. Well, SCCC and Ori. Razor doing very much better in this lane, as expected, though. Quite a few denies on Ori as well, so not some kind of massive stompy lane, just slightly better for the Razor here.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not too bad for Ori in the mid lane for the fact that it's a Razor against a TA, only 600 down in net worth, and looking at the last hits, not too far off, only 4 last hits behind him.
Yeah, it's actually much better than expected from Ori here in mid.
I expected him to pretty much have nothing at this point, and he needs 2 supports full time, but proving he can very well stand against the Razor in the mid lane, which is, I must say, it is really impressive.
Well, this try and bottom still feels like there's a lot of tension cooking up as Lanham keeps kind of cancelling his torrents here, and he's got a little illusion hanging around with him as well, so... I don't know, Paparazzi just being allowed to farm though, and that's not ideal.
It's a farming Wraith King against a farming Mugi on the Weaver.
Oh, nice catch with that turret there. And Fenrir with the brain stab, but they don't really have enough damage to take on. There we go, the defensive stomp from Faith is just going to scare them right off.
Yeah, this Elder Titan is super valuable in this lane, because whenever somebody gets initiated on, he has to just stand around in this area and pretty much do nothing, and he diffuses any situation that might arise.
Yeah, it's certainly a nice way to play it, and perfect hero for the situation, really. So Newbee kind of predicting the game quite nicely, I feel. Well, they did pick him up very early, so that's just the strength of the hero. Meanwhile, up at top, we got 3 stacks of sticky napalm on the Kaka. Come on, we're doing that 10-minute mark. I can't be wrong. They have rotated in the Elder Titan, though, so I think they're waiting for 11 to go here, and Kaka is just baiting. And we'll use that last suit, and there we go. But Faith, is he quick enough? Yep, there we go, and it is going to actually be 11 who drops. So, well, I was wrong. The Kaka baits it out perfectly.
Should just predict that you're wrong every time and they win.
I was correct that the Batrider would choose to go on him, and he did, and they were actually waiting for it as well. And Fenrir on bottom lane getting very low, but able to TP out of that one. No problems at all. But yeah, as I was saying,
committed, instant TP'd.
They knew the moment the Batrider hit level 6, he would want to go for a kill on the Nyx and actually, I think the Batrider could have been a little bit more careful with how he played that one. You know, like seeing
Paparazzi top.
Getting pretty low.
Lots of damage. He's not 6.
He's not 6 at all, is he? But he does have a tower, and that nice armor bonus will help him out, and he will survive. Scares away the enemy. And the TP's in as well, also helping out. They have been cancelled, and maybe. Nah, SCCC was thinking about it, but Fenrir's about, so.
Yeah, Faith is just like, yeah, I'm still going to stick in. Gets the stomp. Oh, this is going to be good for him.
Yeah, and there is that damage steal, but I think Fenrir, there's not much chance for him here. It's even the ultimate committed from SCCC as well.
Eye of the Storm committed as well. There's no running for a Bane there, and they're going to push a tire off of this, which is good for them. Because they need to bring the initiative here. They are up against the Wraith King, so they want to push it as much as possible, so when he inevitably comes online with the Wraith King, both with the Batrider as well, and the TA timing hits, then they want to have as much space on their side of the map as possible.
Oh, 11 looking for Mugi, but can't quite find him. Actually, dove the tower for this one. Now gets stunned up by Kaka. Now he will follow through with the Vendetta and the stun, and that is him down. And once again, Kaka finds himself a kill onto 11 here. Being a right pain in this Batrider's ass as Ori hangs around. And what is Ori's first item? It looks like it's going to be maybe... No, you can't really tell yet. It's got nothing queued up. Are we expecting a Desolator or are we expecting a Blink?
I think this is more of a Desolator build for them, because they need additional damage coming out, especially against... They have a Nyx Assassin on board, there's a Razor on the board. I could see him picking up drums, but he already finished up the Arcula, so it's unlikely he will go for such a thing. Unless he wants something cheeky like fast BKB, but highly unlikely, so my bet is on the Desolator for him.
Alright, well, bottom lane. Lanham and Paparazzi just hanging around. Luckily Mugi fishing out the sentry very quickly there and clearing himself out of there.
Yeah, we haven't talked enough about this Razor, I think. SCCC is playing really well.
Let's go talk about the Razor.
He's farming quite a lot. He's on par with the Batrider, actually falling behind the TA a little bit, but he has his fully charged up drums already. He has face boots, drums, Arcula, and he's looking to push towers. And I don't think there's much of an answer to this Razor, especially not if they manage to set up on the Bane. Actually, well, that's a Weaver going down.
Did manage to get a kill onto Mugi at bottom, which is pretty key. And we'll see if they can get the return kill onto the Bane here, but there's a missed stun from Kaka, which is going to result in him being slept up, and no 6 on Fenrir, so no ulti under the tower available. Stomp going to miss though. Fenrir, he's making a good run for his life, but unfortunately SCCC has too much damage, and all the Bane's going to end up doing is making space though. In comes a Batrider. Now he's got no lasso available. They know he used it on Mugi up at the bottom, so just kind of trying to bait something out under the tower here, but in comes Ori. They're going to look for the Nyx Assassin. Can they find him? He reflects the Meld Strike back into the Templar Assassin's face, and Ori, they will be able to get the kill all the same though, but nice. Just a dying breath. Thankfully refraction offers from TA, so she didn't crit herself, which was quite nice.
Yeah, and he's also going for the Blink, so wrong once more.
Oh man. Yep. Just say the opposite of what we're saying, you'll be right every time.
More like the opposite of what Nomad is saying. But
I mean,
looking at the rest,
you called the Desolator.
Diffuse the blade for Mugi. That would have been an easy one. We should have gone with that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even on top of the mana break, it's still totally worth it.
It's arguably the best item here. There's no way he can variate off this build. Actually getting voted up here.
There's a whole lot of pain coming Mugi's way, but actually it's able to dodge the torrent at least. Thanks to a Scoochie just before he got X-marked, so coming back with maximum speed, and Lanham just not able to get that torrent off at the exact right time. There's a
smoke, Paparazzi top. Finds Kako.
Yeah, they're kind of watching him now. He has got the reincarnation available, but I think they're coming in ready to go for 2 rounds here. They're prepped. They're like, all right, let's take him out once. You know, they're not expecting anything here. They know that he's going to go down. There's no boat from Lanham. The stuns, yeah, this is a very well executed gank. And nope, never mind, they're not going to get the kill. It was a terrible gank. It was an awfully... No, there comes him back. It's an amazing gank. Oh no! Oh my god, they managed to actually get the Razor under the tower with the Batrider, and they actually get the return kill onto SCCC. Okay, that was a roller coaster of a gank there. Ended up being a 1-for-1, much to Newbee's probably dismay. They probably didn't want to give that one away, and also they're taking a lot of damage to their tower here by Ori. So
yeah, and Fenrir, just look at them on the side of Newbee's map. While this all was going on, Fenrir was just, I'm gonna ward here, I'm gonna ward here. Like, he has full vision of the entire Radiant jungle.
He sees everything, and that's really good for them because they've got Blink now on Ori. And mid. Yep, they are able to take down Kaka without too much difficulty, and SCCC was not there in time, and Ori's coming in, dealing the damage to the Disruptor. What Disruptor? As he is blown up, and SCCC will not be the next target. Faith hanging around in the trees, and Mugi coming forward to Sakuchi, so maybe trying to get a return pick off here, but it will be quite difficult for them. As they decide to let Fenrir live. Didn't want to overcommit to that one and end up losing another one, especially with this TA hanging around with her Blink Dagger. Shrine going off as well.
Looking pretty good for Vici, if you ask me. The Wraith King is slowly coming online, even though he struggled a little bit in the lane, but they kind of sacrificed his lane. Their mid lane that was expected to go the way of the Razor was in the end fairly even, but now we even see Ori in terms of network being ahead almost 1k over the Razor.
Yeah, they've been doing really well with the TA. They've been stacking for Ori as well, so they knew that she was going to have a slightly rough lane. Actually, she did fine on the lane, and now these stacks just extra gold coming her way. And yeah, Ori is going to be wrecking face soon enough. It's yeah, Vici are looking good. Vici are looking very good, in fact. And yeah, Newbee are going to have to start winning some fights. Talking of fights, Fenrir has picked a fight which he cannot win. Lanham was nearby. I think they just wanted to get the sleep initiation for Lanham there a bit too much and ended up paying the ultimate price. Look at you, just constantly casting this X marks onto the Weaver there and cancelling last minute, trying to get him to Sakuchi away sooner.
This is a nice play. If he forces that out and they actually manage to get it, then he pretty much has a free gank initiation whenever he wants to. But with the Bane down, they're all sitting in the side now. They're waiting for the Bane to potentially run back mid or TP mid, and this is probably going to be a smoke gank. Well,
you're probably right, as Vici gather up, led by Paparazzi. No blink on him, he's actually going for the Midas still. Okay, alright, whatever. Now, they are able to find the Nyx Assassin, immediately stunned up onto 11 here, and actually look at this Earthsplitter coming through. This is a lot of damage, and all of a sudden Vici are dropping like fires. Paparazzi, no respawn for him as he drops. And who else can they find? Well, the X marks is out onto SCCC, trying to keep him away, but I think 11 is going to be another one to fall on the Vici lineup, and it's a triple kill for SCCC here. That was a beautifully executed gank. Newbee, wow, turning it around, finally. And Yules up onto the Templar Assassin, and guess what? I think it's going to be another one, don't you? They're trying to chase down Ori. Can they do it? I've got them meld off, but she can't stay here forever. And yep, blink away, up by the Roche pit. Newbee giving chase, but I think they maybe give up now.
She gets away.
They got enough.
Mid lane.
Lanham.
Return kill, actually.
Cheeky. What's this Kunker doing? He's just running in and getting himself a return kill. We'll die for it, but I mean, that's actually a big kill streak going their way, so that's kind of bad.
Absolutely no regrets by me, I guess.
Maybe one or two regrets. Giving away a mega kill streak is a little bit more than he perhaps intended. I mean, when you're playing support Conquer, you don't really value yourself very highly, so you think, if I can get a kill on their support, I'm doing a good job. But when you give away a mega kill streak to the enemy mid, then you may be
No regrets.
Solid kill, no regrets. Okay.
Assert dominance. Good Paparazzi mid.
Yeah, well, Paparazzi, he does have the reincarnation this time around. Nice sleep out from Fenrir, actually. Going to save him from a little bit of damage. And now comes in the lasso, and they've got the Razor. If they can kill SCCC here, this would be a fantastic start to this fight. And yep, they are able to do it as Ori running in, dishing their damage once more, but will end up settling for the Elder Titan. Mugi trying to escape through the tree line, but Kaka might be the target. X marks under the tower, his own tower no less, and he has got that Yule Scepter, so that's not going to work on him. Boat even committed, and Lanham finds himself in the middle of very three angry heroes, and the Disruptor's going to fall like butter, and Nyx Assassin going to be the next one to go down. Mugi trying to escape. He's got that Sakuchi though, making him a very tricky target to take down. And they will watch around. And it is 4 dead on the side of Newbee after that. Not the fights they're looking for.
And only for the Wraith King once, and with the Kunker early on, but how do you fight against the Wraith King now? Now the timing starts hitting, because this is, I believe, the Desolator, already finished up on the courier for Ori. The Wraith King finished up his Midas.
Fantastic.
Midas, sorry.
Right.
Well, not the best timing on that one, but he was pretty getting bullied quite a lot.
I mean,
11 on a good way to his BKB. All the item timings for Vici are just lining up, while Newbee is like, yes, we have that diffusal, and that's pretty much it so far.
I think maybe we just don't talk about the Midas, maybe. You know, we complained a lot about the Yule Scepter last game, and it turned out to be the perfect item for the Shadow Fiend, so we won't mention about this Midas. I'm raging on the inside. I'm searing massive anger.
How
on the
long was
inside,
that on the courier? Because he managed to get 1,600 gold towards his Blink Dagger before picking up the Midas.
Oh no, here's a glimpse onto the Templar Assassin. Kaka is ready, and the rest of the team coming in, and they are doing a lot of damage to Ori. Can they bring her down though? She's Melstroked up, she's trying to turn it onto the Razor, but she will end up dropping. And that was her Desolator reveal, actually. Not ideal.
Pretty nice pick-off, scouting out these kills.
Should be okay. I say that. Yeah, they're trying to chase with the Astral, but I think Fenrir is fine. He's a pretty fast guy, especially with his Tranquils. Yeah, able to dodge the Stomp, and they will try and take this tier 1 in response. But Vici are grabbing. They're hanging out, and they will once again grapple the Spike Carapace Kaka. 11 seems to be just tanking this one to the face right now. Uh-oh. Stun out onto Faith. It's a pretty tense fight coming on right now. Both teams just firing spells across the deck. Razor. Now he gets ulted by Fenrir. This could be the play, but no. Disruption ulti onto the Bane, and he nearly gets taken out. Yep, the Thunderbolt will do it. Although he puts himself to sleep very nicely. Glimpse back. They really want to kill this Bane, but they just can't find the last hit. Now Paparazzi goes on to the Disruptor, who came forwards for that Glimpse, and actually ends up giving his life for it. Fenrir with the brilliant plays around that fight, and now Mugi's in the middle of it all. Does get stunned up. Everybody's fallen asleep, though. And that will be an excellent stomp by Faith there to help his teammate escape. And I think that ties off this fight.
Oh, maybe. Mugi is getting quite low to Uri, though. They're going straight to the Rage Pit, so this is the Shrine Party coming up, and probably a Rage fight if we're lucky.
Doesn't look that way.
Yeah, Vici is rethinking this. Let's not do that. We only killed the Disruptor. And even though they know it's still on cooldown with both the Earth Splitter and the Disruptor field, it's still a Nyx Assassin running around. That's just, yeah, Kaka already in this. He's gonna scout it for the next target. If they have a glimpse set up, that means another kill. So they just try to hunt down Uri wherever they can, and in response they just smoke up themselves.
Goodness me, look at the time. It is smoke o'clock for Vici Gaming here, looking to capitalize upon their lead, but they're going to run into the smoked heroes of the enemy side. Nyx Assassin trying to look for Fenrir, but Fenrir gets thrown up into the air, and they get the lasso straight onto SCCC. It's a fantastic start to the fight for them. Now they're going in. They're looking to take out maybe... They don't really know who to go for. They're going around the back. They're trying to find the Faith, actually. This is the target. This is a focus, but can they get it? No, they cannot, and they're all put to sleep as Mugi is able to run through this fight right now, doing whatever he wants as Kaka will drop, and now 11 going down as well. Fenrir could be in trouble as Mugi gets a double, and it is not a good fight for Vici Gaming. Not a good fight at all. But there's two heroes trying to make something of it as they go into Faith here, and they will be able to take that one out as Ori is able to take them out. It's the two nukers, the two huge nuke high mobility heroes running around these fights and just taking out whoever they want. And at the moment, we basically just drew even. Like, yeah, just no one really came off better.
I was surprised how long Fenrir actually managed to survive. He got ganked up by both the Nyx Assassin as well as the Weaver at the start of the fight. He just was sitting here, yeah, I'm just gonna survive. I'm Bane, and that wasn't even Fiend Scope committed, so I was sure he was dead. But in the meantime, we saw it perfectly, and Nyx Assassin wasn't near the Batrider, means there's not gonna be a lasso cancel, and they managed to bring down the Razor from SCC pretty easily. So because of the fact that Nyx Assassin was not sticking to him, so it feels like Newbee's best choice in this fight. Just stick SCC together with the Nyx Assassin whenever you can, and just try to zone out targets.
Absolutely, like the one time the Batrider manages to land that lasso onto a target which isn't a spiked Carapace Nyx Assassin, the fight went pretty well for them to start off with. But yeah, kind of surprising that it ended up being an even split, but hey, you know, that just happens sometimes in Dota. And now we're going to have another smoke up from Newbee, so really looking to push some sort of advantage here. And they can't go into Roche because there are these TA traps around, so they're immediately going to know about this one. And Weaver... They can't really find anybody. I'm pretty sure they're aware of this. Like Yep. Vici. Oh, Paparazzi. He's got the Blink Dagger available though, so once he finished, yep, there we go. Just gotta be super careful. Blinking away. The glimpse is there though. Wow, what was that range? But, X-Marxed? Oh. Oh wow. Lanham. He was X-Marxed, right?
I believe so.
That's. I didn't hear the noise. I didn't see it. But he just disappeared. the paparazzi is just like.
We need an instant replay for that one, I believe.
Yeah. Someone in chat, clip it. Find out what happened. We have the lasso out onto Razor. Immediately glimpsed though, but now they're coming in, and this fight is getting underway. But look at that boat. Look at the torrent coming through. Ori able to take out SCCC, but the Earth Splitter also turning around. Paparazzi getting low. No reincarnation available for him. 11 BKB'd up on the high ground, but there's nothing he could do. There's no flame break. Blink now available, but he's actually really low on health. Losing it by the second as that boat buff wears off. A Newbee coming forwards. Well, it is a carry for a mid, but more like a position 2 for a position 2 at this stage. It's Ori is very much the main man.
Yeah, but we saw the potential coming out from Newbee. If Vici continues to fight in chokes as we saw here, the same happened earlier in the fight where they were fighting around this area on the map. So they really need to fight in open spaces. Otherwise, they're just gonna get Elder Titaned up as well as Disruptor. Disruptor even doesn't even need to field there. He just dropped his ultimate and it hit 4 people for like almost the entire duration.
Yeah, those 2 heroes, they work very, very well in those choke spaces. And that's coming into play. Even the Weaver works very well in choke space. Just being able to Sakuchi through and basically land that damage on everybody, and the bugs as well. Uh-oh. Fenrir could be in a world of hurt right now as he is stuck in the middle, but the supports are coming in, or support heroes I should say, coming in to help him out, so no issue.
And now they're grouping up again. They have that Wraith King they want to utilize. He's going straight for that Nullifier, which is, I believe, the right call, considering up against the Weaver and whatnot. That is a pretty strong item indeed, if they manage to even get a Fiend's Grip or something to silence off the Weaver. Because he's... Well, he finished this Lincoln Sphere now on a pretty good timing, I must say. 25 minutes together with the Diffusal Blade and all the small stuff he builds. That's pretty good for him. But on the other hand, there's so many target spells. Which all of the side of Vici game can proc that Lincoln Sphere, and they've shown pretty reliable that they are able to set it up in the fights.
Well, Ping is coming up at top. Vici Gaming there, rotating all 5 of their heroes in. They are looking to maybe take some towers here. As Nyx Assassin runs away, popping that Spike Carapace and getting himself out of there. He's nearly out of an Aghanim Scepter, actually, so that's quite a nice defensive pickup from him, and could help his team out a lot in these defenses. As they're sending in the Skeletons, and Ori, with that Desolator, gonna beat up no problems, and I like that little play using the X-Marks in combination with the Templar Assassin there, just to take down that tower in full safety. Very nicely done. And that's going to be a tier 1. It's a lot of commitment through tier 1, but they also do force pretty much the entirety of Newbee, except for SCCC, to come up and defend that one. And Vici Gaming, what do they do now? What are they going to go for a smoke gank? Are they going to keep sieging? It's going to be interesting to watch. They've just hit level 20 on Ori, so what talent is that going to be, I believe? Yeah, -4 meld armor reduction. Doesn't really need the refraction dispel this game.
Yeah, there's nothing he could potentially dispel, so that's probably the right call.
Damage?
Pretty sure Static Link is
cannot be dispelled. No, okay.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's in big red letters right in front of me. Well, Vici, what do they want? What are they going for? Are they just waiting? Are they just playing the patience game, trying to control the map? I don't really know. 11 is hanging about. He's got that Blink Dagger. They know there's no ward here, but really there's no Radiant heroes about. And Nyx Assassin's going to go scout it out, because they know this area is dangerous. They're like, alright, you go. You know, if you die, then we'll miss you. But Kaka being really careful, though. And he will see 11 actually farming, maybe. Oh, he's actually going to make a play onto 11 here. I'm not sure he knows what's good for him, as he's dragged back into his team and will be taken out without too much effort. Although the Earth Scepter does come off in the end, but Ori is there to catch him when he comes back to Earth. The Earth Splitter just going to land onto the Bane there, so no real damage caused by that. And Vici Gaming, I'm sure they'll be very happy to go for more here as they're trying to get SCCCC. Ori jumping forwards, BKB available. That's going to be a 10-seconder when she wants to use it, but Razor is just going to be taken out just like that. And Vici Gaming, like we said, once they use those key spells, they are happy to go for anything here, as they're now looking for Faith as well, whilst the Disruptor is just slept up right beside him. And there's even a Meteor Hammer going to come in and take off the kill. Whose Meteor Hammer is that? Is it Fenris?
Kunker on Lanham.
Kunker, Lanham. Lanham Meteor Hammer. Here we go. Nice. I didn't even see that.
That was a neat combination. Boat into a torrent into boat into meteor hammer. What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do? Well, absolutely nothing. As Vici Gaming taking this game by the hand and leading it on a merry chase. And Roshan is going to be the next target, and that is going to be a lovely little pickup for Ori, who pops a 1 and probably move that in. I'm certain Ori's going to take it, right? No cheese as of yet. Bugs will come through, but I mean, they're not going to do anything. Doing nothing.
Look, what a present.
What a lovely little present. One hit the Weaver. Nope. Probably can't do that.
I mean, maybe not the Weaver. He's fairly tanky at this point, but an Elder Titan. I could see an Elder Titan fall down out of Disruptor, that's for sure. By the way, I like Carcass build on Nix's. He's going straight into an Aghanim Scepter, so he can burn more mana off the Wraith King. He's not doing too well on levels. He's sitting on level 17. I'm fairly sure he's going to take the no reincarnation mana cost on 20. But jump at top. This is a big one.
Oh, yeah, they're going to find the Razor once again. The big boy gets taken out, and that is going to be a really nice kill for them. Another really nice kill for them.
That is the best pickoff they can get. Like, they're never going to catch the Weaver, but if they manage to catch off the Razor in front of the fight, like, they can do whatever they want in the next 50 seconds on this map. Because there's no way Newbee fights without Razor on the field. Yeah, that's pretty much all their zoning in the front line. That is the hero that gives Weaver all the space.
Well, Moogie now going for that MKB. That's going to give him a bit of attack speed and a little bit more damage as well. Just a nice little item for a Weaver to pick up. No missed chances, I don't think, though. Ori might be in trouble actually, as Kaka and Moogie going pretty hard, but his whole team is just waiting. They are waiting. They know Ori is absolutely fine, and here we go. Torrent landing onto 2 here. Kaka now has Aghanim, so gets inside his little shell, burrowed up, ready to go.
This is the best Aghanims of the game, or at least the most enjoyable to play with.
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty good. You just become a whole new hero. You're a bastion on the high ground. Nobody can fight you if you're sitting on a tower with a Nyx Assassin, and the region is also really nice. Yeah. I mean the stats which the stats which Aghanims gives to the Nyx Assassin are pretty key, especially when he keeps getting jumped on by 11. So, talking of which, BKB's up. 11 says you can't quite carapace through this, but in comes the ultimate. The Earthsplitter, they're hitting onto 2. They're trying to bring down the Nyx Assassin. They will be successful in doing so. Boat coming in, not gonna land, but they managed to get the ultimate up onto the Weaver from Fenrir. But actually, he is able to escape, and will time lapse out, trying to get away, but slept up immediately. Fenrir's reactions are too good. I think Moogie does actually escape this one, but Vici Gaming, they know not to focus the Weaver. They know to go for more, and not able to find anybody. So they start with the Nyx Assassin, unable to find anybody else, but I'm sure they're going to take a tier 2 at least for this. Possibly more. Yeah, just cutting off the Nyx Assassin once more when he does anything on the map is just pretty good for them. Like, every time we've seen the jump on the Nyx Assassin, even with the lasso, they manage to somehow get ahead in the fight afterwards every time. So it's just we're gonna zone out the Nyx Assassin with all of our lassos until our Wraith King's 20, and then we can talk about not committing it for him. But I'm gonna claim another 2-2, 9k get net worth lead as well now, and after such an even back and forth in terms of net worth, it seems like Vici finally claims this advantage, even getting ahead in towers by 1.
Yeah, Kaka waits, sitting in Viz on top of Ori. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of a go. Oh no, they found the Weaver. This could be huge. They take him out, no problems at all. The lasso, once that Linkins is broken, he is a sitting duck. Glimpse back on the TA, but what does it matter? Disruptor's brought down all the same. Newbee looking very, very vulnerable right now as Vici Gaming. They've taken out 2, and they are looking at a tier 3 right now, and I don't think they're going to hesitate too much on going on this. Although they do see Kaka sitting inside his little burrow here. The pings are used. Do they have the sight for him? I'm not sure they do. But I'm not sure they're too worried about it either. There we go. There's
1 sentry on the board.
Oh, Ori going down very low from that.
That's the Aegis.
Yeah, just taking hits, just taking punches to the face. And Ori will go back. I mean, there's no sense wasting an Aegis for like 2 hits on a tower. It's not worth it.
Man, not getting any racks off of this after killing pretty much the enemy carry 70 seconds on the board as well as the Disruptor. This was only an Nyx Assassin, now Kaka is just hunting the Bad Rider.
Yeah. I'm not sure he's going to find him though. I mean, there's no catch on Nixas, and either he gets that Yules off or he doesn't get the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Lanham is just going to see that despairing run of his face and go, wait a minute.
They had the dust could have gone for him. That would have been a nice kill, but no dust here. I mean, there's the Easelands coming up for the Kungo, so even more initiation range. More Meteor Hammer.
Well, if Fenrir wasn't annoying enough, he's actually going for the Glimmer Cape next. And just picked up a gem as well, so that's going to deal with the Nyx Assassin quite nicely.
Yeah, an X mark in the mid lane.
Yeah,
Gets the
Karka.
perfect.
Was nice timing on that torrent there, but that's no follow-up.
Alright, so cooling down a little. Vici, they want to look, the skeleton army is walking down. Some people defend against this. They're actually moving 3 heroes to deal with this. I expected to find the Wraith King in the lane, but Pavarotti, nope, I'm out of here. And he's going for that Orchid himself, so they are going to get that one silence up. Ooh. Oh, actually getting 2 silences up. There's one on Ori as well. So now we're looking at 2 Orchids already at 34 minutes, and this is a pretty sad Weaver soon, I believe.
Yeah, this is just like, screw you, Weaver. Like we've dealt with SCCC. He's not going to be that annoying mid to late Razor powerhouse, which he can be if he's given too much space. He's going to have his Shivas in a very long time. So now the focus turns onto Mugi, and I think we've seen examples of that in the last few fights. They have been targeting this Weaver quite fervently since previously to that they were targeting the Razor every fight, and the fact they're able to get these pickups every time, I mean, that's just the power of the Batrider and the Bane in their lineup. So smoke on smoke action. This could be the deciding team fight. If Vici Gaming win it, oh no, they're actually running away from one another. Okay.
I think
and Weaver's going to go
set up
farm.
on the high grinds.
Yeah, things are looking a little bit awkward. I'm not sure they'll actually come into contact with one another. Nope, there's your smoke running out. Vici.
Yeah, Vici doesn't want this. They don't want to get surprised. They want to get the tower, and this is it. But there's no rush here yet, Newbee.
A little bit optimistic.
I think they're just gonna lose a T2 tower here for pretty much nothing. But considering how far behind they are, I mean, there's not much you can actually do to set up and defend this tower. Not against the Wraith King with Oreo or with the Desolator. And this worst case scenario, your Weaver gets jumped on by the Wraith King, and then you're looking at a nullified up Weaver as well as with an Orchid on top of him. Between there's nothing in the world he can do. It's basically a sheep stick, just longer, ×2, with extra damage. And a stun follow-up.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, Newbee, they gotta really struggle to hit their timings here, but I mean, Weaver, what does he, I mean, he needs a BKB, and then he needs to finish off his MKB, and then even then he probably would, I don't know. It just feels like a very difficult game. They're going to need to be able to get a farm on all of their heroes. They're going to need to get a couple more key items before Newbee are actually comfortable taking any fights, because they're just too far behind right now. And Vici Gaming have a lineup which is going to be very, very difficult to get in front of. And yeah, and this is why Newbee are just playing the way they are, kind of avoiding fights, trying to look for these items, trying to look for their Shivas on their Razor, trying to look for their some kind of mobility item on Karka, which they might well just have, although, yeah, I mean, it's got it with 11, no big deal. What is this item? Is it a Blink? It's actually going to be a Ghost Scepter, so more survivability from Karka. I mean, he is getting jumped pretty much every single fight. The Batrider singles him out exclusively. You bought a BKB just for him, just to stop him getting Spike Carapace every single fight, so.
Yeah, this is actually fairly important. If they manage to pull out anyone,
CCC is going to get caught by the lasso. Paparazzi is here as well. It will get broken eventually. No, never mind. BKB is out, but look about us. But they're coming into the 3. They're still able to take out the Razor in return. Who are they going to get? Well, the Weaver is actually going to be the next one to fall, and that is Mugi dropping like a stone. Paparazzi did die, but he's got that reincarnation, so no issues there. Nyx Assassin, he's going to be silenced up. He's going to be hit down. There's not going to be much life left for him. And in comes Karka. He's popped that Ghost Scepter. He's trying to get into the ground, but he can't quite find the safety of the earth, as he is going to be taken out just about. Meanwhile, Lanham in the middle of it all. The Conquer may well be the sacrifice for his team here, but he's going to be more than fine with that. Or is he? As they're trying to go on to 11 as well. Paparazzi brought down. The buybacks paying off, as it's a triple kill for SCCC. Fenrir also going to drop, and that is a gem as well. Vici Gaming falling apart in this fight as they lost their supports first, and now they are losing their cores also. And Ori is struggling to get away from the Weaver chase here. Buybacks committed though. Many buybacks committed. In fact, the 2 cores on Newbee, both the Weaver and the Razor, immediate buybacks, getting back into that fight and fighting through it all. And now it's going to be a Roshan.
Yeah, and I think they really need to rush on here, because without it, it would not have been worth for Newbee to go for all the buffs. Yes, they wipe more people. On the other hand, your Reaver and your Razor, and I have the wipe on the cooldown indeed. So, overall, I would say you win, but in terms of gold, the game stayed completely even, and not even looking against some pushing tower, or he is pushing up a tower here.
I mean, he's got his Desolator in his backpack, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit on top of that.
Nope, doesn't want to use it. I guess once the blink and TP away, and
I think he needs that hurricane like that just came in and everything to just stay safe. But maybe swapping out the Orchid would have been an option. But on the other, not really worth. Only doing it some damage anyways.
Not able to silence someone who jumps on you. I can see the logic.
Yes, he's going for a Bloodthorn now, so this is going. God, this Weaver is gonna get targeted, but. We saw last fight, they jumped on the Razor and the disengage with the Glimpse was there, and we saw the phenomenal Earth Splitter as well that completely reset the fight.
And Wraith King, he's got his Nullifier and he's actually going for the AC next and not going to go for the full Bloodthorn on him. They've already got one on waiting on the Ori. Middle lane. Lamin and Karkar coming up against one another. Now Mugi will use that Diffusal Blade, but in comes 11. He actually gets the lasso onto Weaver. This could be big as Paparazzi's jumping in there, trying to take him down. The ulti from Fenrir, it is perfect. They take out Mugi, and that is no buyback. SCCC trying to get something done, but I think he's just given his life for the cause, and possibly the game is looking really grim for Newbee as they stare down the barrel of elimination, trying to keep SCC alive. He does have that Aegis actually. Never mind, as Paparazzi is actually going to die here. 11 might get taken out as well, and there's that Aegis popping out. But it is 2 heroes on the side of Vici game, and actually no buyback on the Wraith King? Really? Oh boy.
No buyback on the Wraith King, he just bought up the Hyperstone for the AC.
Boy. May
Ori
live to regret that decision.
They have one on Ori, but they have nothing else to do.
Well,
they have a boat.
I don't think they lose the game in 60 seconds. I don't think they can lose a game in 60 seconds. I think they can wait for their Wraith King to get back.
Not with T2s on the board. There's no way. They might lose the Rags here, but they should be able to. Ooh, nice silence there. But not enough.
Yeah, Karkar just playing around. In comes that sweet, sweet Meteor Hammer. Pretty ineffectual. And actually, this is a full disengage from Newbee. That sucks. I don't know.
Both teams have really good high ground defense. On the side of Vici, you have that boat combination as well as the Meteor Hammer coming out potentially. You have Ori standing in the back line, being able to pretty much run in, Hurricane Pike somebody back, and just deal free damage to him. And on the side of Newbee, you have your Nyx Assassin sitting on the high ground. He's a really pain for the Wraith King and whatnot, because there's no stuns coming out from Wraith King. Just tries to stuns up in the mid lane. Nice little play. I'm not gonna get anything off this.
Right, so still cheese up for Mugi. Wasn't able to use that in the fight, was just taken out in the Fenrir ultimate, so cheese was not had. TA obviously got a Bloodthorn now. Full stuff coming out from Kunkka soon. Wraith King, of course, going for that AC, and now it's actually a smoke up from Vici.
Ooh, that is a good smoke. I doubt they spotted it, but Newbee wants to go for a smoke themselves.
Ooh, Newbee, they're all together. This could be a big fight coming up. Karkar, is he gonna go into burrow? He sure is.
He knows.
He knows indeed, as Paparazzi's coming in. He's got that reincarnation, but he is taken out very quickly indeed. And meanwhile, they are able to take out a real hero as they take down the Disruptor. And now Paparazzi gets blown up in the middle of everyone. SCCC managing to take him out. Now we have the lasso. It is on to the Nyx Assassin. Ori trying to do the damage, but can't quite find it. And now Mugi coming in, doing the damage to Ori in return. Everybody slept up. Can they take down Ori in time? Yes, they can. Karkar survives, and now Fenrir going down as well. It is a TP out from the Kunkka. Batrider trying to make the run. Will he actually escape this?
He should be able to run away from this. I doubt they want to chase him.
Mugi's not chasing that hard. So now, will Newbee finally be able to take the barracks?
This was Karkar just sitting in front of the teamfight, spots out the smoke gang, diffuses it completely, still manages to somehow turn the fight around and don't die, even though he was sitting in all the damage instances. They wasted so much time trying to kill Karkar, but then he just pressed the Ghost Scepter that they couldn't do anything against him anymore. He's
so defensive, and Vici are so obsessed with killing him. I feel like there could be better targets they can go for, but who? I mean, Faith also has the Ghost Scepter, so he's a pain in the ass to kill. And he's obviously got that Stomp, which makes him a very difficult target as well. And the Disruptor, well, they do take out the Disruptor first every single fight without too much difficulty. And unfortunately, that's just XX's, that's the way it's going to go for him, playing this hero in this situation.
But again, they have to back off. They force the buyback out on the Templar Assassin. But other than that, no objectives being taken, and this TA is growing. I mean, yes, you have the Weaver on your side, but they have such a good pick-off potential on 11, and actually finds the lasso here.
Onto the Weaver for people as well. Will he get the time lapse off? Well, not if Fenrir has anything to say about it, and they are able to take him out without too much difficulty. Nope. And that's 90 seconds without the Weaver, and maybe Vici Gaming want to take some sort of initiative here.
You don't tend to run away if you get nullified up and 2 Orchids on you as well as a feed script. That's a lot of commitment for the Weaver, and that's one sad Weaver. This
entire team is built around killing the Weaver, and it reflects on the net worth. I mean, SCCC has been the one winning these fights, coming out best in these fights at least. And yeah, he's sitting ahead of his team by quite a margin, but same with the TA as well. I mean, they can't deal with his TA. I mean, you often see they can.
TA only dies if his team around him is dead. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no way. As long as the Wraith King is alive, and actually Newbee did a phenomenal job locking him down so far, I don't see Ori going down because he's not gonna get bursted. He's not gonna get ulted up by anyone like the Disruptor, because you always have the Bane on your field. You always have the Kunkka boat coming maybe in to save him. There's just so much. So I don't think Ori will have a hard time surviving in this fight. So he's going for full damage.
Well, Fenrir, Fenrir is for sure been MVP this game, right? Like, his Fiend's Grip has been keeping Vici Gaming in this one, and setting up for the TA perfectly, stopping this Weaver, just getting completely carried away, and generally being a...
This is Karka's game. This is Karka, full-time Karka.
Oh, okay.
He called off 11 so many times. Every time he's about to get less suit, he forced the Blood Rider into first item BKB. That says something.
That was more a tactical choice, I think. I mean, it's very easy to get the... well, not very easy, but it's quite likely that you can get the Spike Carapace off before you get lassoed as a Nyx Assassin.
Anyways, he's playing phenomenal, and look at the farm. Ghost Scepter, Lotus Orb, even the Eon is coming out.
Kaka's doing very well, but here we go, smoke into the middle lane. This is going to be a big one as they do get the lasso up onto the Nyx. It's happening, element committed from the Disruptor. It's going to do a lot of damage. They are able to take out Kaka before he gets into that burrow. Meteor Hammer landing onto the Elder Titan, going to pop that Ghost Scepter. Paparazzi's down once, Ori being forced off the way, and now glimpse back into it all. Is he going to drop? He sure is. No buyback. That is a dieback from Ori. Newbee taking this fight into their hands as they chase down Paparazzi, and he has got nothing to reply to Mugi here. Time-lapse was used. Now Lanham trying to escape, but this is very much a Newbee fight, and now yet another glimpse going to come through onto Lanham, and they will take him out, no problems at all. 3-man torrent, but what does it matter? Buybacks coming out from Paparazzi though, as they use the ultimate onto the Razor, and they are able to get the return kill. This could be their way back into this game, but it's a difficult fight. It's 3 versus 3 right now, and Faith is looking very low indeed. However, 11, he's taking a lot of damage from the Weaver, but no, it's going to be the Disruptor, the next one to drop. Paparazzi and Fenrir, the little strike team going ahead, was 11. Does the reconnaissance work and is able actually to get the kill onto Faith, and now blinks forwards, and he's going to get Mugi as well. 11, what are you doing?
What a clutch play.
Oh my god, the Bat Rider of all people hunting down the players of Newbee, and this buyback from Paparazzi TPing back into that fight. I was thinking, what are you doing, Paparazzi? Why are you doing this? You're dead, like, your TA's dead, just wait. Just take let them take racks, let them take 2 lanes of racks, whatever. Give up. But no, Paparazzi, his game sense is just phenomenal. He buys back into the game, he jumps down, and with Fenrir and with 11, they managed to take this fight into their own hands and actually turn it back around, which was really, really fantastic plays. Big props to 11, obviously.
I will say sure when Paparazzi bought back this will cost them the game, that he TPs in and instantly just dies
Super
again,
unorthodox play, but it paid off. Massive dividends. Unfortunately, they're not able to take anything for it. There are a lot of buybacks available on Newbee, so this stalemate will continue to go ahead.
But they managed to finally stop the free fall in terms of their net worth tumbling down. Especially just 11 finding the kill on the Weaver and the Elder Titan. That was phenomenal. Perfect, like he blind jumped on the Weaver, I believe 2 times and hit him perfectly.
Invisibility.
Even with the gem, and now they just take control back of this game. Yes, they have their buybacks and call. I didn't force out anything, but
Lanham going for the big Meteor Hammer plays, I'm sure. They've Xboxed 11. I don't really.
Nope, just trolling. Don't mind me.
Okay. I think there was a reason. Oh, they wanted to do this. Yeah, they wanted to send the Batrider
yeah,
back to base.
I think the TP wasn't cool then, so just recharging.
Awkward.
She picks up the Aghanims.
Ooh, Aghanims Batrider. So that is an
Hello.
extra lasso target, if I'm not mistaken.
Double correct.
Oh, that could be so juicy. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Get the refresher shard. Lasso the whole team. GG.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly sure that you can target through Lincoln Sphere if you manage to get the weave in the second one. It's like same with the Shackle Shock. With the Shackle from the Windrunner.
Okay. Well, we will see if that is the case. They've had no problems getting through the Lincoln Sphere on Weaver anyway, so might not be an issue, but still, it could be really nice for the initiation purposes.
He used the Foster very efficiently so far against it, but still, the double S2 target would be phenomenal to pull that off. Even if you just get Razor plus a support, even if you just get a support or the Neeks assassin. Neeks is such a static target that they will pretty much always find the lasso in him in this fight. So.
Well, Vici Gaming may be looking for more here. When is there... Well, let's have a look at some buyback statuses, as we're getting to this stage of the game now, where net worths are becoming irrelevant and buyback statuses are becoming everything. Now we have it on SCTC, Weaver, and Nick Assassin, so Newbee are definitely a lot more comfortable with fighting right now, thanks to their buyback statuses. Still need 1 more minute for the TA, and a lot longer for Paparazzi, but it looks like we're going to have a play anyway, as they're going to find the Disruptor with a lasso, and they'll be able to bring him out no problems. But in the middle of it all, Paparazzi is getting taken out, and he will get brought down, but they also managed to get Kaka in return. SEC in the middle of the fight, just trying to tank it out, but in comes Ori trying to deal the damage. Finds himself without a team suddenly, wants to get back to that high ground where his team is. Up comes Faith though, no fear at all, but Ori jumping down, X marks as well, but cancelled, and trying to take out the Razor. Can he do it? Doesn't look like he can. And there's 3 heroes coming down. Now finally Faith will get taken out. He's a tanky Elder Titan, but he does get killed. Meanwhile, they're trying to track down Fenrir, but Fenrir is giving them a fun ride through the trees, which Mugi will finally find him, and Fenrir does drop in the end. But it's already too late, as I would say Vici Gaming actually perhaps losing that fight. They lost their Wraith King. And
well, they lost the Wraith King, but they forced it in as a buyback from Kaka. On
oh, they bought the buyback. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw someone, the Kaka going down there.
Slight gold swing their direction, but overall, I would say buybacks are more important as penalty. Might find 11 here.
Oh, jumping onto Kaka straight away. Ori has tunnel vision right now, but may need to get out of this one. Look at the damage this SCCC is putting out, as Ori just goes invis in place, and that is a nice torrent, but they will stun up the Templar Assassin, but they just don't have the sight. And blinking away, trying to escape the wrath of Mugi, but Mugi has no intentions of giving up that easily. And once again, just melding up. BKB popped on Mugi. Bug's actually missing, and Ori will escape this one in the end. And into Roshan we go.
Yeah. Getting the Roshan for Mugi. He needs that second life desperately. He can't afford to get sniped in the fight. You could put the same on the Razor.
Oh,
even Kaka would be a great target.
Oh, Batrider is hanging around. Conker is hanging around. This could be some mad play. Watch this space as we have an Aghanims Batrider. Ori's even getting in on this. They're waiting though. They don't want to pop it too early. They don't know about the Aghanims on 11. Here we go. They have the sight from the torrent. They're waiting. They're playing it patiently. In comes 11, and in comes that boat, and in comes a Meteor Hammer. It is all being dropped, but it is interrupted at 11. He's waiting for the exact right moment to come in from this one, and now comes the ultimate from Fenrir on the outside, and they will be able to not take out Roshan, as SCC does take off the Aegis, but they are able to kill Mugi, which could even be the bigger target in this situation. Now they'll have to kill the Razor twice, but there is no Weaver to deal with in this fight. He has no buyback either. Now we have the Templar Assassin actually caught inside, but forced off away from danger. As Newbee come down off the high ground, but looking at Nick Assassin, he gets everything thrown at him, but reflects it all with the Meteor Hammer coming down onto the Razor. It's a vicious fight in this tiny little choke point. There is no Earth Splitter available, but Templar Assassin looking very low indeed, but she does have that buyback available if she drops here, which she does. Paparazzi coming in, looking to maybe do some damage, but there's just no one they can kill. I mean, they take out the Aegis onto the Razor, but he's got no problems with that. What a messy fight from Vici here.
And Kaka once more, he's just standing in the front line, burying down, and they have to completely play around him, because we saw Paparazzi in the fight. He had this blink up and everything, but he couldn't blink in because he was kept getting harassed by the Nyx Assassin, and if he gets mana burned up, he no longer has a magic wand or enough pool. mana pool, so if he catches 1 or maybe 2 mana burns, he's gonna go down in every fight, and he can't get his crucial talents. For example, he's level 25, he has that reincarnation caster Rayfire Blast, so he's looking at double stuns, but not with Kaka on the field, not if Kaka only sits in the front line. Yes, they managed to bring down the Weaver with phenomenal play by Fenrir from the outside with the Fiend Script, but in the end, you're not gonna accomplish anything again. They barely get the Aegis off the Razor, now this Razor's looking for a refresher.
And it's oh, no Ags, okay. Alright. But yeah, it's a weird old game where we see the Razor late game starting to catch up, in fact, even overtake the TA. Not quite sure what's going on, but we will have, a refresher orb on the Razor soon enough. Just wanting it for the fights.
Also, I have a lot of heroes in the 25 club.
We sure do. Yeah, pretty much everybody except for Bane, Kunkka, and Disruptor are all up there. So a lot of 25s to look at. I'll let you take a look through them and decide the best ones to talk about. But
oh, Kunkka, hold on, we have a team fight set up. But
I mean, they're kind of just poking at each other. They're just waiting to see if anybody overextends into 11, and he can get himself a little cheeky lasso. But we'll throw it back over to the buybacks, and we'll see. It's just a Razor. It's just a Razor and the Batrider, and I guess Kunkka as well. Support plus Razor, basically. Nobody else has buyback, although Elder Titan will have his soon. A little bit less important, I might say.
Hey, remember when you told me that 11 might stun the whole team? He has that refresher shot up and he's looking.
The dream.
Doesn't need the dream.
The stun, though. They're going to drag him back, but no, he pops the BKB 11, not wanting to get caught by this. Now he will use that first lasso onto the next assassin. I'm wondering if he's going to wait for a second one. And Kaka is able to get inside his burrow, though, so where he will be safe. Newbee trying to chase down someone here. They managed to get the Templar Assassin, who does not have a BKB, and she might actually get taken out here. That is no buyback, and Fenrir going to drop as well. That is 2 heroes dead. I think this might have to be backseats. Vici Gaming here as Newbee. They're done with heroes. They're looking for kills. It's 11.
Forces the shot to run.
Yeah, okay.
As well, that is pretty clutch play. This
well,
for
jumping
sure
into
will be at least the first 2-3.
Oh, he wanted to kill the creeps. Okay. I mean, alright. 11 just trying to make space, basically. And, finally, the first barracks of the game are going to go to the way of Newbee. It's taken a long time, we're 55 minutes in, and the first racks are going to drop. What a series this has been, though. This has been a crazy ride. And Newbee fighting with all their strength not to get eliminated from GESC.
Just going for the T4s, realizing we don't want the second racks, we're going to end the game right here. I must say, they realized there's no buyback in the TA, so well, what are you going to do about Vici? This is crazy.
This could be it. What can you do?
This is Kaka's just tanking
11. Oh, he manages to get 2. He gets 2 of them inside, but what does it matter as he's glimpsed back out again? Do they actually take out the Razor? They do, but he buys back instantaneously. And look at CP back into this one as Paparazzi is brought back, but he's taking so much damage. The Weaver just taking chunks out of him. Lanham stunned up as well. He's going to drop. Buyback is available on both of them as they're coming back in. They're trying to defend as hard as they can. Can they take down the other side? And they do take him out. And what more can they get? All of a sudden, it's a 5-on-3 situation. Newbee, do they want to go for this? Do they really want to try it? Weird Yules onto the next assassin, but 11 jumping in, just trying to cause something, trying to delay them. The Aegis is exposed, the Ancient is exposed. Newbee, all 4 of them, all 5 of them, heading down now, but Fenrir finds the ultimate onto SCCC. They're trying to focus this Ancient, but in comes the boat. It's going to land onto 3. No, the BKB up, actually. Meteor Hammer not going to hit anybody. Meanwhile, Kaka, they can't quite find the finishing blow to the Ancient, though it is getting really low. Lanham just having to fight out with illusions. The Batrider buying back once again. It's getting so low, and in comes another double lasso from 11, just trying to save the game. SCC gets taken out, but they do take out the Ancient just about in time with 2 heroes left on their side. Newbee fight through and take the victory from Vici. Oh my god.
I've never seen a game where the level 25 talent on a Nyx Assassin and taking the plus agility, plus 100 agility actually wins the game.
He was burrowed up next to the Ancient and he was auto attacking it, was that?
No, he jumped out of it in the last second, and with the extra bonus damage from the one-hit agility, just hit it to death.
Yes. Good lord. Well,
just imagine if Vici managed to hold off on that game. That would have been phenomenal, but in the end they managed to bring this home.
Well, Newbee fighting with all their lives not to get eliminated from these qualifiers. They want to make it to GESC, and we'll be back with game number 3 very shortly. Don't go anywhere.